Minister, it's good to see you. Thank you for agreeing to this interview. I have a few questions for you. Ukrainian biggest drone company opening a new factory in United Kingdom with £200 million investment. Do you plan to help another Ukrainian companies to start working in United Kingdom too?
Yes, we do. Ucaspec Systems is the first of what we hope will be many more Ukrainian defence companies setting up in the UK, because I want to see more British companies with joint ventures in Ukraine, and I want to see more Ukrainian companies with joint ventures in the UK. Together, we can develop really exciting technology to keep Ukraine in the fight today and to deter aggression in the future. And that's why when you combine Ukraine's battlefield experience and the UK's advanced manufacturing and research base, well, that is a combination that will give the Ukrainians battlefield advantage, but also help the UK in improving our armed forces to stop Russian aggression elsewhere in Europe.
The UK has already used over £1 billion from frozen Russian assets for arms. Will you increase this aid using only money from Russian assets in the future?
Yes, we want to use the interest from frozen Russian assets to keep Ukraine in the fight. This year, the UK will be spending £4.5 billion in our support for Ukraine. That's the largest amount ever. £3 billion a year is our commitment, and the interest from those frozen Russian assets help us buy the kit and equipment that our Ukrainian friends need, whether that's air defence missiles or more drones. Being able to use those Russian assets in support of our friends in Ukraine is something we are going to continue doing for as long as it takes for Ukraine to win.
The United Kingdom invests in drone making. Is it only buying ready drones, or will the United Kingdom start making drones with Ukraine and share experience?
Well, it's very clear that drone warfare is the future of modern warfare. So we need to learn the lessons of what our friends in Ukraine are doing on the front line. The UK is very proud to support the Ukrainian armed forces with advanced drones and with technologies that means they can get through Russian air defences and hit their targets. But to do that, I want us to work even closer together, because I think there's a jobs opportunity for the UK in creating more drone technology. And there's also an opportunity for Ukraine to shoot down more Russian drones with drone interceptors, the latest technology we're helping Ukraine with, as well as making sure that they can continue the fight against Putin's illegal invasion.
What military lessons and experience from the Ukrainian army do you think most useful for making British army stronger?
Well, the British Army and our armed forces are some of the very best in the world. But what we've seen from Ukraine is that we need to renew our armed forces. We need to bring on the latest technologies in order to give us the battlefield advantage that we need to deter aggression in the first instance, but to defeat it if necessary. Now, we're working very closely with Ukraine, and we're going to continue to do so to make sure that we're learning the right lessons. And that means looking at the advanced technologies that Ukraine are using, not just drones, but other technologies as well, to make sure that we are creating greater deterrence, not just for Ukraine, but across NATO as well. Now, I think when we work more closely together, we can achieve more than we could do alone. And that's why our commitment as the United Kingdom is long-lasting. We've signed a 100-year partnership with Ukraine because we think that this is a relationship that needs to last. But it also underlines our commitment and belief that in 100 years' time, there will still be a free and sovereign Ukraine, that Russia will not win this war, and that we'll continue to be able to work with our Ukrainian friends for many, many decades to come.
London supports Ukrainian long-range strikes on Russian military targets. Does the ministry plan to send or jointly make special weapons for these long-range missions?
Well, we know that long-range strikes by Ukraine have a really significant impact against against the Russian war machine. And because of that, we're developing new technologies with our Ukrainian friends so they can continue long-range strikes, as well as using drones and other effectors for the close fight. Now, it's so important that when we see Russia continuing to hit civilian targets in Ukraine, where they continue to attack Ukrainian energy infrastructure, that we continue our support for Ukraine to strike back, striking those military targets that affect Putin's ability to prosecute his illegal war. We're going to continue that work, but to do that, we need to develop new technologies, because the West have largely given all our stockpiles already to Ukraine. So we need to continue the support, but that means developing new technologies, building more stuff in the UK, building more stuff in Ukraine, and making sure that technology is available to our friends in Ukraine to defend their country.
Minister, thank you for this interview and for the support.
Thank you.